Okay, so we're ready for the last part of this episode. I would love to work on sauteing onions. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna cut off the top and the bottom. So she has taken her favorite knife, and remember, you can do this at home with your chef knife, with a utility knife, or with a nice little paring knife like she is using. What I like to do is I kind of make a little slit with the knife, literally not going deep, just to be able to take off your peel. Okay, there you go. There you go, it'll peel off like a dream now. There you go. Let's get the last piece. And we're starting to see that beautiful onion.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, misbehaving.
Logisticals.
Okie dokies, what we're gonna do now is cut it across, slice it in half. There you go, and then good, we're gonna lay it. Now, we're gonna cut it this way.
Okay, this way?
Across, yep. Okay.
And then you just throw it in the pot?
And then we're gonna cut the next way as well.
Oh.
So I'm gonna show you a little trick. You actually did great. But I'm gonna show you a quick little trick.
Like this.
When you're cutting, yep, that's great, you're gonna do that. I'm actually gonna start the flame because remember,
here comes the waterworks.
Yep. We start with a cold pan. We hit it with a little bit of heat before we add the oil. So there we go. And this is definitely one way to go. You're gonna put it in as soon as it's ready. We're gonna,
I promise
right now
Rifty doesn't make me cry.
it's not me, it's the onions. I know. This is a really great look. I'm gonna have to make sure that your husband checks it out and lets us know what he thinks about it. I am so impressed because your second side was kept together so nicely. Now, remember the trick that we learned about transferring once we have it. So the first thing that we need to do is we're gonna splash it now with the olive oil and let the oil start to get, first of all, we know that our pot is
they make these in like Gucci or Balenciaga?
We can put a request in. We definitely could. But check it out. You see how the oil is moving? As soon as you see the movement in the oil, that lets you know it's ready, okay? So as soon as you're ready, beautiful. And listen to that sizzle music. I love it. I just never
You saw I did your trick. I did your trick.
I did. I'm so proud.
Yeah, listening after all these hours.
She's the best. She is definitely just about ready to be our newest Newlyfed. So excited. Yes. Here we go. I'm actually going to just get a spoon. The most important thing is not to have the heat too high. We're gonna let this go for a little bit. We hit it with a nice blast. Now we're gonna lower it and let it go for a while. Remember we were talking about caramelized onions?
Yes.
Caramelized onions only happen when the onion goes for a long time. We're letting it go, and it slowly releases all of the liquid, and then it just becomes so sweet. There's nothing bitter left. And the longer it goes, the more golden it gets. You can actually leave it for a while, and just remember, like every 15 minutes to come back and give it a stir. So I'm gonna go get a spoon that we can stir it with.
Amazing.
You did awesome. It's looking so wonderful.
How long does it take till it gets brown?
So it's going to take about 40 to 50 minutes, sometimes even an hour. Wow. And I gotta tell you.
Can you leave it and go?
Absolutely. What I do is, sometimes when I have an errand, but I always make sure that somebody's going to check on it every once in a while, I make sure that there's a lot of oil. Then you really need to make sure that you have a lot of oil or it will burn and stick, which we don't want. But honestly, when it's Thursday, you know that Shabbos is happening because I let the oil go, add in loads and loads of onions. I'm talking like 6 or 7 large onions.
Wow.
But I end up using it. But I will tell you, I let it go for like 4 hours. It's like an all-day ordeal.
I've seen people put wine in theirs.
That is fantastic. If we wanted to actually add the wine, what you want to do is Wait until you have your onions ready, and at the end, hit it with the wine. And what happens is literally you're gonna see the wine like start to jump. Stir it around and try to pick up anything that's stuck to the pan. It's called deglazing, and what it does is it just lifts up all the delicious stuff that stuck to your pan and just really adds to the flavor. By the way, I just can't help but comment on the difference between the way you are dicing this onion
And the
to your
first.
Like, look at this. She is such a quick study. I love it.
That's it, and it's, you know, following my leader.
Absolutely. This is awesomeness, and I love, we've got great control over here. Nice small pieces. Now we turn it, and there we go. That's it for today.
We'll see you next time.